So you've got some cards you want to add to upgrade your commander deck, but you don't know what to take out. This should help. First off, and most basic, do any of the cards you're trying to put in do something better than a card you're already running. For example, I picked up a Sword of Hearth and Home recently and already ran a Vorpal Sword. The blink effect was better in my deck, and Vorpal Sword is too clunky anyway, so I took it out. Remember to think of the reverse of this. If you pick up a Murder for removal, but the worst removal piece in your deck is Go for the Throat, it may not need to go in the first place. Alright, now we'll get into my personal strategy for cutting cards. Separate the following cards from your deck: Mana Ramp, Removal, and Card Draw. It's generally agreed upon that you should run 10 to 13 of these, so first check to make sure you're not running too many of each of these. If you're running a Landfall deck, for example, 15 plus Mana Ramp cards may be worth it, so keep your deck type in mind as well. Next, we're going to check your deck for board wipe. I like running 3 of these. I find running any more slows the game down too much. Next, I like to review my Mana Ramp, Removal, Card Draw, and board wipes to make sure that none of them fill 2 roles. For example, if you run Obzon Charm, not only is that a card draw, but also it's removal, so it could possibly open up a slot in your removal section. Next, separate and check your land base for any alternative uses. Many lands fill the roles of card draw, removal, and Mana Ramp. For example, modal lands like Shatter Skull Smashing fill the role of removal, while ability lands like Muiko Karo fill the role of draw, and sack lands like Myriad Landscape fill the role of Mana Ramp. Running these allows you to remove cards from the corresponding slots and possibly make room for more cards in the future. Now, we should have a pile of about 20 cards. Most or all of these cards should be devoted to your deck strategy. Running a mill deck and there's a random Bolas's Citadel in there just cuz, maybe take it out. That leads to the next point. Why are you playing, and how does your play group play? If you're playing for fun, long, epic games of Magic, stuff like Craterhoof, extra turns, and combo pieces may not be the right fit for your deck, and also vice versa. The Command Zone recently made a video where Lady Danger talks about how she doesn't run Limdol's Volt anymore because it makes players sit around and watch her search. So take into account slow or unfun cards as well. And now on to the toughest part. Set the remaining 15 to 20 cards face down in front of you and begin flipping. 1 card at a time, face up in front of you. Anytime you get the slightest inkling, and I'm talking the smallest quiver of the gut, to not run a card, separate that card into another pile. I consistently get like 3 to 4 cards doing this. Now compare the cards you've separated to the cards you're trying to put in. 9 times out of 10, it's a clear take out and replace. I do this process, and so does everybody else in my play group, every time we need to take out cards, and we can consistently get 5 to 10 cards to take out. So if this helped you, please share, like, subscribe, do all that stuff, and go play some Magic, guys.